States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Red Wolves, and happy Wednesday.
I'm Lainey.
And I'm Chuck.
And you're probably a bit surprised to be seeing us today of all days.
Well, that's because from here on out, your announcements will now be scheduled to air every Wednesday during your advisory class.
We will also have new content being added to them as well, including sports, student work, pop culture, and movie reviews, as well as lots of other things coming up in the future.
That sounds pretty exciting. But before we get into all of that, your announcements for today.
First of all, Dungeons & Dragons Club is going to be meeting again every Thursday after school in Mr. Redford's room, so go ahead and join them.
If you're interested in playing tennis this spring, then consider attending the tennis club. They will be meeting this Friday at lunch in room 1267 with Mr. Gilday. They'll be discussing important information regarding conditioning, tryouts, and the team score.
It's not too late to join the Red Wolf Art Squad. Meetings will be held every lunch at Tuesday in room 2126. If you like creating art or just art in general, then consider stopping by.
Winter Formal is happening on January 15th, 2022 at Tucson Convention Center from 8 p.m. to midnight. The theme this year is the Nutcracker. Tickets are on sale right now, 40 for singles and 70 for couples. Prices will go up sort of next week. Get your tickets now.
Registration for after-school Pima J-TED classes such as heavy equipment, veterinary technician, and others will be online on January 18th, 12:01 a.m. Students can register at pimajted.org. Registration is first come, first serve, and fills up very quickly, so if you have any questions, please check with the counseling office.
And you guys, free transportation is now available for these classes. You'll be able to indicate that you are interested in the free transportation on the online registration form. The free transportation is limited and also on a first come, first served basis, so be sure to sign up in as registrations are open now.
Volleyball will have 2 open gyms in January for both boys and girls. Open gyms will be Saturday, January 8th, 4 to 6 p.m., Saturday, January 22nd, 4 to 6 p.m. See you there.
Open baseball field workout tryouts are this week after school. Next week too, Tuesday through Thursday at 4 p.m.
QSA Club will be meeting Mondays during the second session of lunch in Miss Evans' room, 1269.
And here's a cool announcement. Need to regroup, find your focus, and relax? Miss Evans is beginning meditation on Fridays during second session in room 1269. Come learn about meditation and put the practice in motion. See you there.
And finally, students, if you drive and park on campus, then you need to have a valid parking permit. Students are not permitted to park in the lot in front of the gym or in the covered teacher lot during the school day. Permits are only $10. Just get them from the bookstore, you know.
All right, Red Wolves, those are your main announcements for the week.
Now let's go on to our new sports segment.
We're back. I'm Duncan.
I'm Jeffrey.
Let's talk sports.
I hope you all watched football this weekend.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's talk about those NFL games. The Packers, Rams, Bucks, Cowboys, Cardinals, and Eagles all clinched a playoff spot this past weekend.
How about Antonio Brown and his super gremlin performance?
Yeah, he's definitely done in the NFL, but maybe he has a shot in the NBA considering he went to the Nets game the day after he walked off the field.
True. How about college football? Bama beat Cincinnati in what should have been a blowout, and Michigan had a terrible performance against Georgia.
So it's Bama and Georgia in the national championship, like in 2018 when Bama had a comeback victory.
All right, Red Wolves, that's all we have for your sports segment this week. We'll see you next week. Let us know what you want us to cover. Back to you in the studio.
And for student work, check out this project from the advanced film class. It's an homage to Bollywood, so roll the tape.
Bollywood is Indian Hollywood. All right, friends, that's all we got for you today, which brings us to the birthdays.
You guys really didn't like that confetti, do you?
No. So for birthdays, we have Juan Vargas, Emma Eddy, Kaylee Kokowski, Grid Soap, Armaya Delgado, Carissa, and Carissa Rosa.
Also, Edmundo Camilo, Melody Martinez, Beltran Carolina, Navarro Sotelo, Ella Phil, Crystal Aguilera, Brianna Nicholas, Angel, Juan, Cielo, and Emma. Happy birthday! I can't read your last names.
All right, Red Wolves. See you next week.
We'll see you next week, Red Wolves.
We did it.
Yay.
Well, hello, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 1, Hot History, Revenge of the Sauce, here with Mr. Nelson. Say what up, Nelson.
What up, Nelson?
Exactly. If you have been here from last year, you know that we have our Hot Hall of History. We bring on teachers, we bring on faculty, we bring in all your favorites, and we destroy them with sauce, all that good stuff. Here we are bringing on Mr. Nelson and myself. And we are starting off with the ghost pepper and blueberry sauce as we answer these hot questions.
So for me, I went way too much. The sauce we went with, it's the same sauce we had last year. It's the ghost pepper blueberry. It does not taste like blueberry. It tastes like ghost pepper, and I put way too much to give everybody a run for their money.
All righty, Nelson, you ready for this? 3, 2, 1, cheers. Ooh, okay. That's tasty. I'm waiting for it though.
So for me, I actually, when in preparation, I got the sauce on my hands and then touched my side of my mouth and then my ear. And my ear is like, you can see it's like red. It's tingling. So be safe with this stuff.
Yeah, I'll grab my Coke too. Mr. Nelson, we have some hot questions for you. And the first one is a trivia question. Coming from your history classes, coming from your experience with science and the history of science, my question to you is, which scientist was placed under house arrest for his life after discovering that planets orbit in ellipticals and not circles? Which scientist made this discovery and it caused him to be imprisoned for the rest of his life?
I'm going to have to end up guessing on this one, but I feel like in my guesses, which I have 3, hopefully I get one right. So the question is, who gets under house arrest for finding out that we're in ellipticals? I was watching or reading something, and it was talking about how there was the original explanation of how planets went around the Earth and how we viewed them in the sky. There's, people expect them to be in perfect circles, but then they couldn't explain when they were outside of those circles. And then so this guy, whoever this guy is, said that it was in ellipticals, and then everything is basically going in elliptical. I'm embarrassed. Again, I don't know.
You got this, Nelson. You got this.
I don't, but my guess is going to be Ptolemy.
That is not a bad guess. This individual continued the work of Ptolemy. Think the Pope. Think about the Pope.
Galileo.
It is Galileo. And so, Mr. Nelson, I have a second question for you, a follow-up. It's not about the Pope and it's not about science, but my question for you is about your government class. What are some common misconceptions that you notice on this campus or in general that students have about government or politics?
What are the misconceptions that people come into? I think learning about government or wanting to be in government is they feel like that they have an opinion, they have a side, they have a party, they have an issue, and that the other side has to be either wrong or they have to be the bad guy. And how I teach the class in AP US Government, which is a class that you can take for college credit here at school with me. I'm the only one who teaches the class. You can see there it is up there, and there's our objectives and everything that's there for it. And that is, I don't teach it as a debate class, and I don't teach it as we're going to talk about your feelings about how these important issues. We're going to talk about the facts and then the constitutionality. And when we do it that way, we take our personal bias out of it and we see, okay, this is what this side wants and this is what this side wants. And so we don't have to get our feelings hurt by disagreeing with it, because there's no argument, there's no debate in this class, because it's not about who can talk louder and who can say the more mean things and who can get the gotcha in there. It's about what do you know and how does it relate to the Constitution?
Excellent. Take AP Gov. We're going to talk more about that. But first, let's go back to sauce number 2. And Mr. Nelson has a couple questions for me this time. So we are doing the bomb. Mr. Nelson, could you show us the bomb hot sauce? 350,000 Scovilles. This is a menace and a monster. It is not something you want to mess with. Do not buy this. Do not consume this. Just don't. It's bad. It's horrible.
If you ever watch the show Hot Ones, their Da Bomb is beyond insanity. This one is actually hotter than that one. It's actually, I think, 150,000 Scoville higher. So,
And that one destroyed Shaq and everybody else, everyone and their mother. So yeah, Da Bomb.
All right. So, Mr. Borgia, you are the school's only AP chemistry teacher and might be the only actual chemistry teacher that we have on staff here. So, with that being said, if I'm going to take your AP chemistry class, what careers would AP chemistry prepare me for?
All righty. Before we answer that, should we indulge in our bomb? This is the bad one, guys. He's got even a little fatter dab than I do. I don't think I did bad, but oof. All right, Nelson, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oy. You're ready for the howling. Okay. Yeah, it's there. It's there. That's there. Ooh, it's hot, hot, hot. I'll take the ghost pepper blueberry to calm it down. This is so bad. Oh, God, the Coke didn't help. Okay, which careers would AP chemistry benefit? Engineering, first one that comes to mind. Engineers must have the understanding of the materials you're using, as diverse as they may be. Electricity, conductivity, electrons movement is electricity, the flow of electricity. So if you at all care about electric batteries, if you care about electric cars, you want to work at Tesla, you want to work at Apple, you must know what materials you are using, how they interact with the world around them. If any of that stuff interests you, AP Chemistry is your class. Additionally, chemistry, medicine, you cannot go to medical school, nursing school, unless you understand chemistry. There's a 0% chance that you can get out of college and enter medical field without organic chemistry, which is a big step. But AP Chemistry prepares you well for it. It gives you all the foundational knowledge that you need, especially for medicine, engineering. If you're at all interested in pursuing STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, you have to be an AP Chemistry. And that's where you can really show off your skills and become a much, much, much greater academic. It will prepare you for college like no other class will. So
I can't breathe. Let's go to next slide. We'll cut this part out. Our last part is, Mr. Borgia, the confluence of chemistry and government can be seen in the Iron Triangle. Can you list any or all three parts of the Iron Triangle?
all right, let's try it. There's the media. I'm going to generalize this term. I don't know if it's right. The bureaucracy, and I'm going to call it the legislature. And I guess the linkage institutions, if those are media, I want to say it's media. That's the key linkage institution, I think. Is that the Iron Triangle?
Ding, 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 ding. You got that correct. Very good. And one of the connections that I like to bring in is that if we have an environmental agency like the Environmental Protection Agency, which they are kind of a science-based thing, which is you're a science teacher, if they want legislation passed, then the legislative branch has to do that. The job of the bureaucracy is to carry out the legislation that's passed. And then who writes this stuff are interest groups, which are different linkage institutions, which if you want to know more about that and how exciting that is, come take AP Government with me, Mr. Nelson. Okay, so AP Government is a year-long course taught only by me. It is recommended by me that you take U.S. history. So you do this either your junior year or your senior year. And take not only U.S. history, but take any advanced classes. If you're taking advanced English classes or advanced Spanish or advanced science classes, those will prepare you for AP Government because they'll teach you what an AP workload is like. And also, for a lot of people, this is their first AP class, and they get to see what that higher rigor and higher difficulty of work looks like. And so it's an awesome class for people who want to get in and take their first advanced course, or for people who want to keep stacking those high credit classes. this is a great one for you.
Absolutely. And along the same way, the more experience you have challenging yourself, the better you are at solving challenges. To overcome challenges, you have to have overcome previous challenges. And this is what this is. We're giving you an opportunity to take a college level class here and grow beyond your years here. If you're 16 years old and you're doing the work that a 21-year-old could be doing, well, then guess what? When you're 18 and go to college, you're going to be prepared and you're going to kill it. And so I have the same kind of guidance for my AP chemistry class. It's a year-long course. It's taught by me. We do 20 labs in that class. 20 labs are required by the AP College Board. So it's a very lab-based class. You get a lot of experience doing lab techniques. So as a freshman going into college, you could even do original research in a laboratory. That's my goal for you, is to have those skills. It's recommended that you've already taken chemistry and or another advanced science course. If you haven't taken chemistry already, you should probably have taken maybe some other AP course or anatomy or something. 2 science classes really doesn't cut it for AP chemistry, because it is so multidisciplinary. We touch on physics constantly, and it's chemistry and mathematics and all these things. So you need kind of a scope there. So take your freshman physics and biology classes, take chemistry with me your junior year, or if you've already taken chemistry or you took another advanced science class, join me in AP Chem next year. You must have Algebra 2. Algebra 2, it's kind of a requirement, simply because the math in this class is intense, and you have to have very strong algebra skills to succeed. So if that is not your situation, you can, of course, still talk to me, and I will give you permission to take the course if you are prepared and you are willing to put in the work, because college-bound students encouraged to sign up. Registration is on January 24th. You'll be doing that in your science classes. Mr. Nelson, any last words of wisdom for the people?
Yeah, I'd like to give a big shout out to my first and second AP government classes. I commend them, not me, for taking the class, because they're the ones who, a lot of them, it's their first AP class, and a lot of them are killing it. They're working really hard. Some of them, they're a person who stacks up those AP classes, and they wanted to challenge to see what they could do, and they're doing a really great job. It's not easy work, but it's good work. And if you, just like Mr. Borges said, if you're doing advanced classes at this age, you know, it's going to pay off huge when you get further along.
Shout out to Period 2. They're amazing. This year we have 18 students in it. They're all doing great. We're doing the labs, doing the full content. And I'm confident that my students are going to be ready for that AP test and pull 5s. That's my goal for you, is a 5. If you want a 5, I want to get you a 5. But everyone's going to pass. Everyone's got to pass, because you're putting the work, I put in the work, and we make it happen. So if you're interested in this, contact us, contact your counselors, have that discussion with your parents, guardians, and so on. And let us know if you have any questions. That's the big thing. If you have questions about the work, talk to kids that are in the class this year, talk to us. Those are the best resources that you got, are people who are living it. So
when is it going to stop hurting in my mouth?
that's the question we all want to know. But that answer does not come until the next episode, season 2, episode 2. This has been Hot History, The Revenge of the Sauce. We'll see you on the next one. Stay hot.
Peace, I'm out of here!